Perhaps there's an event from their history tied to either their own mistake or an action by someone else that affected you. Analyzing this rationally, it's clear that currently, you're struggling. You're in distress, struggling with sleep, and unmotivated. The reason? A lingering thought or feeling inside you constantly drains your energy, day and night. Turn it around and think about why it happened. Yes, and we are 8 billion people in this world, and I'm sure everybody would find something that fits into this type of examination of a situation. Sometimes, unfair people treat you in a way that feels very unfair to you, and it is stuck inside of yourself. And sometimes, you are taking decisions and something goes wrong, and you are blaming yourself. At the same time, there is that saying, afterwards, everybody is more intelligent. But now, there are people that went through these type of situations but found a way to move on. What did they do? And once again, we're ending at the point that there is something we need to learn. That we need to add into our personal toolbox, and that one is to learn what it means to let go of something. To let go that you are blaming yourself. Everybody is walking through this lifetime making faulty actions. Making it faulty or making it wrong the first time is not a problem because you must have made it wrong in order now to rethink, to become more intelligent and figure out the solution. It only then becomes a mistake if you continuously do it wrong, over and over again, without taking the past into consideration, what happened before, and repeat that mistake. This is the real mistake. But without any experience in a certain field, how could you know better what decision to take? So, in a way, what I'm saying is there is no reason to blame yourself. Especially not if sometimes these decisions were first-time decisions where you just had no experience before. But this is the whole point, why it's important to sometimes be faced with different challenges, with different problematic situations, for you to turn on the intelligence and find the solution. But if, after the first time, you're already giving up, then there's no outcome. Then there's nothing that you have learned. The only thing that you're remaining right now is regret and sorrow, which is neither going to bring you forward nor anything else because you have not understood the message yet. Why you ended up in that situation. You need to overcome it. Your next level of development comes in the moment where level 1 is solved. Found a solution for level 1? Now, challenge number 2, next level. As long as you don't find the key for level number 2, stay there, many years, repeating over and over again until you see it. And this is like the way now how it can maybe help if that mistake was up to your own, let's say behavior. And the second way that maybe helps is to just understand, just like the tea, before you do not know where people come from. You do not know through what type of situations other people went through. Sometimes external people are overwhelmed with their own life, which is why not always is in their own control. And this is why sometimes people talk things that they don't mean like that, and why sometimes people do things without knowing the consequence of it. And so, instead of blaming them also for it, can help if you just understand and try to project, at least as good as you can, towards them, that you feel compassion for them. Because he or she is the same like you. The situation is just different. The circumstances are just different. But if somebody is full and filled, if I'm complete, where the hell should I come up with the idea of causing you suffering? The only reason I would ever come up with something like this is because I'm unhappy with something about my life itself. I'm missing something, I haven't felt myself, I'm not complete. That's why I start blaming other ones that you are all responsible while I have this stupid job whatsoever. Then it's always easy. But why? Because I have the unhappiness. I'm unhappy. That's why I want the world to know. I'm unhappy. That's not something to blame. This is a personality to have pity for. This is the personality to wish him, hopefully he will find his peace one day. And of course, some people will say there are things that can never be forgiven. Number 1, they will be forgiven. And number 2, this statement, it's only going to make your heart, your life, harder because the person who caused the trouble to you, maybe he's right now even lying somewhere in Hawaii having a great time. He did that mistake that you suffered, but you are the one right now still sitting here not forgiving, suffering, while he is enjoying his party. Something's wrong about that view. If he made the mistake, he should be the one suffering, but not you. So what does it mean? If you don't find a way to let it go, it remains with you, and you suffer with it. It's your choice. What's the other option? While revenge might seem like a solution, it won't restore equilibrium. In our beliefs, retaliating to hate with more hate doesn't resolve anything. Responding to animosity with similar feelings won't lead to a solution. Although it might sound idealistic, the only way to truly counteract hate is through its opposite, understanding and connection. This requires the challenging task of showing compassion to those who harbor resentment towards you, and even more challenging is cultivating love for them. This journey is a continuous effort or practice. Dear viewer, support us by subscribing to the channel to receive all new updates.